How's it going, everyone? My name is Battery CEO. This is Sensei Finito, and welcome to Marvel's, where we cover all things Marvel and everything pop culture.
That is right. And on today's pop culture news update, we'll be checking out new stills from the Batman, new casting for HBO Max Batgirl movie, more Spider-Man rumors, and Disney Plus's Secret Invasion news. So
Oh
we got
yes,
some good stuff to talk about today.
oh yeah, we have a lot of stuff to cover today. Before all that, please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at Marvel Bros 23 on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and our YouTube channel, where we post all of our content and much more.
That's right. And you can also check us out on our website at www.marvelbros.com, where you can purchase our merchandise as well as basically, help out everything that we do here and stay up to date with all of our content. And you will also find a link to our Discord on our website where you can, man, once you join our Discord, we always are talking in there about some Marvel stuff or Wheel of Time stuff or just DC stuff, just stuff in general. We're always talking about everything that we talk about here. So make sure you guys check that out. And you can also check out our pop culture news updates basically on the go. So whatever you listen to your podcast, you can listen to us.
Oh yes, oh yes. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with number one. New Batman stills have officially been released from the Batman. I'm
This
so
movie.
excited for this movie. Uh, I
Honestly, it's gonna be. I think this is gonna be one of the best movies possibly that we've gotten. You know what I mean from DC.
mhm,
That is. I mean, new age DC, I guess, because I,
yeah,
I I personally appreciate every single Batman movie that they've made
yeah,
with Christian Bale. I think all of
yep,
those are amazing.
I agree. And I'm just interested to see how, like, obviously we have Shazam, we have Aquaman coming in, we have Wonder Woman, but this one's different. This whole Batman is very different. Like, we're not sure yet if it's going to be connected within the DC universe that
Anything.
we have now, or if it's going to be its own thing.
Mhm.
I mean, we know that there's several spin-offs coming from this particular Batman movie, like with
That's
potentially
true.
Penguin. We have the Gotham Sirens or whatever is focusing on the Gotham PD prior to the events of the Batman. I think,
Yep.
from what I understand, and then uh, and I'm sure there's gonna be more as well, especially as we see this movie. It's been a long time coming. It feels like.
Yeah, because didn't this
Um,
movie get pushed back multiple times, or am I
Felt like
thinking
it
about
did. I
something
think I got.
different?
I'm pretty sure it got delayed.
Okay.
Because it definitely felt like we were supposed to get this last year, but I think
Mhm.
last year is when they first started filming the bulk of it. But then I know they're going through extensive. They went through extensive reshoots. Uh,
Mhm.
so uh, I'm just interested to see what this means for DC. Like, they didn't really talk about how this is going to kind of incorporate with stuff during the DC
What his
fandom event.
continuity is.
Yeah. So, but let's check out these stills, man.
Yeah, let's get it. Bam.
And I believe there's four of them. Four pretty
Yeah,
good looking stills.
yeah. We got Samurai in the chat. He says, "What is up,
Yo,
Marvel Bros? What's
let's
up,
go,
my
Samurai.
boy? How you doing today?" There's
Ooh,
our first still. That thing is looking nice.
featuring Catwoman and Batman. Apparently, according
Mhm.
to I forget the girl who's playing Catwoman's name. But apparently there's gonna be like a big portion of this movie dedicated to her origin. So
Oh,
like
okay.
this is very much a Catwoman origin film, as it is a Batman. So that's something to
Okay.
keep in mind,
That's
which I could
awesome.
look forward to.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. My man Michael says, "Hello, how are you both doing today? And Merry
How's it going,
Christmas
Michael?
and Happy New Year.
Hmm.
Merry Christmas and a
Merry
Happy New
Christmas.
Year to you,
Oh
Michael,
yes.
and everyone else that is tuning in with Marvel Bros. To all of the super fam, you guys already know. It's much love around here. How's everyone doing? How was everyone's Christmas?
Hmm.
Uh, ours was pretty
Oh yeah.
good.
Nice,
This
relaxing. It was great.
I really like this. I like how Selena Kyle is looking right here as well.
Hmm.
I like this version of her. I guess you could say
Hmm.
we see the. Is this possibly hers or the Batmo? The Bat cycle.
I don't know. It looks like they're on a roof, but they could be on a bridge.
Hmm.
So because I think
Oh,
that
they could be
is
on a bridge.
a motorcycle, maybe like some sort of hovering craft. Obviously, this is year.
My man just was off the roof.
Yeah, I mean, this is year two supposedly of Batman's journey. So,
Oh yeah.
uh,
So he's not probably gonna have all of
all
those
the
crazy
intense stuff.
gadgets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like Christian Bale in The
Yeah,
Dark
that man
Knight
had
Rises. Yeah.
everything.
Uh.
This is beautiful.
Oh yes, coming straight from
I think
Empire.
this is possibly the first um the first time we see him go crazy in the subway when he's fighting that gang. And they're like
Possibly.
running away from him, terrified.
Yeah. As he like beats one to death.
As
Possibly.
he like literally,
Yeah.
they wanted no smoke with him, and he was like, "Nah, get over here."
Maybe I don't know. I think this is going to be a very different take on Batman that we've ever
Mm,
seen, and I think it's going to kind of go in line with some of the more uh, violent versions of Batman that we've gotten. I
yeah,
think, and so, and again, the big thing that I want to know is how good is Robert Pattinson as Batman. You know,
yeah.
I don't want to say
Jay, I'm doing Marvel Bros right now. I'm sorry.
I don't want to like I don't want to say Twilight gave me a negative idea on him because he's made a lot of
Yeah.
because he's made a lot of great movies, like a lot of really good solid movies that are like award contenders, you know. But I
Mhm.
don't know. I just like the way his voice is and just the way of his style. It's kind of difficult for me to picture him as Batman or Bruce Wayne. I know apparently some of the rumors that we had coming out is uh, the
That he
executives up
wasn't a
top
very good Bruce Wayne, right?
weren't
Wasn't
very
that it?
impressed
Yeah.
with how he was. So uh, I think we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah. This is a beautiful
But great still.
still, and I heard some interesting things as well. But I heard what you heard. But then from one of the trailers that we saw, when he did like his Batman voice, it
Yeah,
was terrible. Like it
yeah,
sounded horrible. And I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna
yeah,
feel about this one. He
yeah.
was like, where is she? Or something. I don't know what he said. He was like, oh, what
Mhm.
have you done? And I was like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, oh no, please. Another still with
Catwoman
Selena Kyle in it.
doing her
So
thing.
yeah, doing her straight up thingamajigger.
Yep. I'm sure that this is her breaking into Bruce Wayne's house. Still in some that's obvious. I mean that's what happened before, and I'm sure it happens a lot in the comics. So uh, I'm here all for this. You know.
And then we got my man Robert Pattinson looking
Yeah.
real sad.
I think he'll do a really good job as like the human Bruce Wayne, or
I'm
like the human,
terrified.
or of the person Bruce Wayne. I don't know. It's hard for me
I
to
don't know,
picture
man.
the
Yeah.
voice because that voice you were talking about before could be an issue for me. But I thought it was kind of like growing up. I wasn't the biggest fan of Christian Bale's voice as well, or even
mm.
uh, Affleck's. But they all kind of grew on me, and I think this might be the same case.
Oh,
Hopefully,
okay.
unless like he becomes a meme, which might happen. But uh, we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. These are some great stills coming from the Batman movie that we're going to be getting next year, I believe. So
I think it is next year. Yep,
um
later
and
this year.
I'm pumped, man. I can't wait to see what's going to be going on with this. I mean, these are really like I'm really interested to see what they're going to be doing with Catwoman
Hmm.
above everything cuz man, that Catwoman movie was atrocious, my guy.
You know,
And
I
I don't think they've ever tried to like redeem her from that, and I don't think they ever have. Kind of with the Gotham show, but you know,
I haven't seen that Catwoman.
with Halle Berry, you haven't seen that one,
If
and
I've
like the
never
cat's liquor, and she like
like,
becomes a superhero because of it.
well, honestly, what I remember from that movie is very little, and I don't
Oh,
think I
okay.
ever watched it the whole way through. Like it's like it's one of those
Mm.
things. Like I watched it when it was on TV, like after
I
scrolling
feel
through,
you.
and it happened to
Yeah.
be on, you know. But I'd never like I didn't know Catwoman was like she had her own movie for a long time after the
Oh.
fact, you know. So uh maybe I should check that out. But um Because there's two. There was Halle Berry's version of Catwoman, and there's another ones uh, from like what's this? From like the early Batman movies, right?
Yeah, with the one that plays in Princess Diaries. I can't think of her name. I'm pretty sure she's the one that is Catwoman, if I'm not mistaken. No.
She's Catwoman in the Dark Knight,
Yes.
but not. This is like before Halle Berry. I'm pretty sure there's one other person.
Anne Hathaway, that's her name.
There's
I'm
another
pretty
person
sure
that
that's
played
her name.
Catwoman prior
If
to
it's not
Halle
her,
Berry.
yeah, it's Anne Hathaway, bro. That's come on, G. Why you keep doing me like this?
I swear she's not that old. She's not that old though. That's the thing. Like, let's see.
Bro, why do you think Anne Hathaway is old, dog? It's Anne Hathaway, bro. I'm looking at it right now. Man said she's not old. Here we go. Boom. See? Anne Hathaway. The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight.
Oh, but what I'm saying is there's a Catwoman prior to Halle Berry being Catwoman. So like it was this person, Halle Berry, and then Anne Hathaway. She's the last person we got as Catwoman. Now we have this person now for the Batman. And I think the person I'm thinking about is Michelle Pfeiffer. I think
Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know what movie you're talking about.
For Batman Returns, she's Catwoman.
Oh, the Batman Returns.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
you said You've been saying the Dark Knight Rises. This is the Dark Knight and the
Oh
Dark
no!
Knight
I knew that. I knew that. I was talking about.
Okay. I was like, what?
Yeah. I should have clarified that. I apologize, but
I was so confused.
I think it's Michelle Pfeiffer.
Batman Returns.
Yeah, Batman Returns.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh wow, I didn't know this. So apparently, Annette Bening was originally cast as Catwoman, but became pregnant and was replaced by Michelle Pfeiffer. Wow, didn't know that at all. Cool little fact. I was like young when I think that was her own movie too. Like I don't know if it was her own movie or Batman Returns. So
no, I think it says Batman Returns.
Batman Returns
for Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, so we got Michelle Pfeiffer, Anne Hathaway, and Halle Berry all being Catwoman, and then the new one right now that I have no idea who it is.
Yeah.
Michael says I'm excited for the Batman film this upcoming year. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. He also says, "Oh, that Catwoman film. I watched that when I was young. To be honest, I said when I was young, this is cool. After a few years later, I watched the review for the film. I was laughing how she got her powers. Yeah, bro. She like
I
fell
didn't
off
even
of
know
the
that.
roof and like cats licked her and like brought her back to life or something. It was freaking wild. I was like, what the?
Yeah. See, I had no.
They like licked her wounds or something like that. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, bruh.
Yeah,
I do not even think this did not happen in the comic books. Like, Michael also says, I heard that the leak of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness plot is interesting, but I said to myself, it's too early for plot leaks. We still have to wait for the trailer. No, the trailer's out. The trailer is out, Michael. Actually, we already did a trailer reaction for it.
Should be up right now.
Check it out on our channel. It's pretty freaking dope. To be honest,
it's a pretty good
really
trailer.
like it.
Technically, it's still a teaser, but it's a trailer. You see a lot, but not too much. I think just enough to make things interesting, compared to what. I don't know why they would call things teasers and trailers. I don't know how that works. I definitely wish there was a clear explanation as to why. Because you would think.
I feel like the majority of the reason why they say like a teaser, so to speak, or a teaser trailer or something like that is because the teaser doesn't really give you the plot of what's going on in the story. And then a regular trailer is supposed to like kind of give you a little bit more of what's going on. It's just for people like us, man. We can see what's happening from like just from the teaser. It's like, oh, okay, we know exactly what's going on in this movie.
We can kind of tell,
so that's going to be a good movie. Can't wait to see Doctor Strange as well, and I can't wait to see the Batman. It's going to be yo. I say it all the time. You're going to hear me say it probably about 3 times on here. What a time to be a nerd, yo. Moving right along. Yo, so this one I was pretty surprised about. Michael Keaton will return as Batman for the HBO Max movie Batgirl.
Oh
How are
yes.
you feeling about this, bro? I mean, and this is the Batman also that has been confirmed already to be in the Flash movie that we're going to
Yep.
be getting. So he is going to be reprising that same role in the upcoming Batgirls.
He's got to
How
be
do you
doing
feel about
something
our
right.
movie, not series? My
Like he's got to be doing something right. Like
bad.
if like they probably the WB or whoever's in charge or whatever had to have seen how he's done in the Flash and was like, you know what, we can't let this go. We got to take advantage of
Mhm.
this. Uh, so with that said, Batgirl's going on. Put him in there, and sure enough, he's in Batgirl, right?
Yeah, Batgirl.
And I could be wrong. I might have the post might be post most is correct, but for some reason, I vaguely feel like they also said this movie is getting a theatrical release
Oh,
recently. I could be wrong. That's something I'm gonna have to double check. But from what
that
I
would be it.
or was it Blue? I don't know. There was a couple movies I thought they said were actually getting a theatrical release, so it might not be an HBO Max movie anymore. Possibly. But we'll have to wait and see.
Bedrock says, "What's up?" He says, "I'm at Knott's Berry's farm. I'm at Knott's Berry's farm right now.
Ooh.
Can't stay for the stream, but keep up the good work, guys. What is up,
Mm.
Bedrock? Much love to you, my G. Thanks for tuning into the stream." Michael also says, "I heard that the MCU will present the Phase 5 films. I feel like it's a little bit too early to see the Phase 5 films already. We already have literally the entire slate, like for Phase 4."
Yeah, I feel
Uh,
like it might be another 2 years,
mhm.
maybe 2.5 until we
Like
get
we
there.
might see it the
Maybe I
end,
don't know. I maybe I
like the end of 2023. I'm thinking we might see it around then because I'm
yeah,
pretty sure we'll already have Ant-Man Quantum Mania. You know what, right? I think if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken, yeah. So then we'll have a better understanding of everything that's going down
Mhm.
for the MCU.
One thing I wish would have happened is I wish Marvel Studios did something like DC Fandom and
Mhm.
really kind of broke down what's going to be what the plan is. Like they didn't even need to
Yeah.
tell us what is coming out because we already have an idea of what's coming out.
Yeah.
Like for the like the next 2.5 years, but just kind of
Exactly.
break it down for us. You know what I mean? Like that would be really cool for them to do. Um, maybe release a couple new like titles that we're not aware of that are in production, which kind of comes back up later today. But that's something I wish Marvel did more of. It's definitely been a while since they did something like that,
Yeah.
uh, and I think it's something that we need just to kind of let us know what's going on because there's a lot of mystery uh, in the Marvel Studios world. So, and I know they like it. I know they like the mystery. I do. But just to kind of break things down a little bit, that way we kind of know what what goes, what's the timeline, just to clear stuff up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think they did do that. Did they not? Didn't they do something like that?
They did it before, like it was a part.
When they first announced like
Yeah, when they first announced
everything.
She-Hulk, Moon Knight, all those
Yeah,
big shows. Yeah,
Ironheart coming in and
Hawkeye.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah,
Yeah. But that
that's
was like 2020, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken, like this time last year. I feel like that's when it was. And that's when they talked about Shang-Chi and all that type of stuff. Or was it 2019?
I think it was 2019 because it was kind of in accordance to like might have even been 18 because I think it was in accordance with D23.
18.
Uh,
What? Dang, that's
but
crazy.
I don't because like I think it was a part of D23 or like their financial uh meeting or whatever, where each
Mm,
thing kind of talks about what's going on for their investors and whatnot. Um, but now it's known as Investor Day. But um, I don't know if that was the case. I know there was some.
oh,
I know it was an event specifically, but
oh my gosh.
bless you.
Thank you.
But I don't remember off the top of my head because it feels like it was like 2 to 3 years ago, at least.
Mhm.
COVID just got me all messed up. I feel like
Yeah, facts.
because I
Yeah,
think there
man.
was actual people there.
The Infinity War trailer dropped 4 years ago, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's crazy to even think
wild.
about.
Yeah, that's wild to think about.
So it's been a wild ride. And Marvel fandom would be dope, and I believe that's also what Michael says right here. Marvel
Yep,
fandom, that's a good idea. That would be freaking awesome.
yep,
Um, I think I don't know what could harm them from doing that. Like, oh,
yeah.
here's this and that, and or at least giving us
A written
what they
article.
gave us with Kevin Feige, like how he was
Yeah,
standing there and talking about, give us something like that every year, or not,
State of
even if
Marvel.
not every year, exactly, something
Yeah,
like that, giving us a good look at what's coming up next year, what's just next year, not even in the
what's the
next
plan?
couple of
Yeah,
years, just like, yo, like, just give us something, give us
yeah,
anything, so we can be like, yeah.
yep. I agree.
um
I agree.
but yeah, yo, I'm juiced to see what could be coming up with all this crazy stuff we got coming from DC. I
Yep.
think Batgirl is actually going to be a pretty good movie
Yeah, I
from
think
that
it'd be a good
first
movie, man.
still that we saw. It looked
Oh yeah,
great from that one, so I'm hoping that we get to see. And can't anything be as bad as Batwoman? So
yeah. I agree, man. I agree. Well, moving right along to number 3, John Wick 4 has officially been delayed almost a whole year and will release on March 24th, 2023. I am devastated. I was looking forward to seeing this movie in May, uh, but for them
yeah.
to delay it from May 2022 to March of 2023, Jesus, I wonder what happened.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
Maybe
that's crazy.
I don't know if like I don't know.
I
Either
don't know,
there's
because it's weird, because we were talking about this and it was like, I think initially we were supposed to be getting the Matrix and John Wick 4 on the same day. And then they still went ahead with the Matrix and dropping that one. And then they were like, you know what? Instead of dropping this next year, we're gonna drop it the year after that. So it's like,
yeah,
maybe they saw that, right? Maybe they saw that filming those two movies side by side or something like that maybe wasn't the best idea. Because I feel like they had my man Keanu busting two movies out at once.
yeah. Either they were terrified of Doctor Strange coming out on my birthday in May, and we're like, "No, we can't do that. We got to delay a whole
Oh
year."
yeah, that's true though.
Uh, or someone got hurt, and they don't want to go forward until they get good and like kind of focus. Or the third case, they don't want to do it, release it when the new variant of COVID is potentially going to be on the rise around that time. I mean, it's on the right. It's like
Mm,
trickling through now. We're hearing about it. We have cases here and there in California, maybe, and like
mhm.
maybe they're like worried it's going to blow up again around that time of year.
Yeah,
They're
I
like,
think they did that last year with another movie.
yeah,
They were like, nah, 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 we're gonna push this all back because we were
a
scared that
lot of
something
movies
might
did
pop
that.
off, and then it was like,
Yeah,
nothing really popped. Like, it popped off, but nothing shut down, because they were scared that
yeah,
everything was gonna shut down again. And hopefully we don't see another
hmm,
shutdown, because everything's going pretty good. We got Spider-Man being like the highest
yeah,
grossing movie right now, popping
yeah,
off. So I mean, I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies, so I'm not devastated
yeah,
like you might be, but I am bummed. I mean, it does give me more time to watch it though,
yeah.
so so
It's gonna
that's
be a good.
always a
It's
good
a good.
thing.
It's a good series, man.
Yeah, can't wait to check it out. I don't know if we have anything else on that one
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
necessarily. So moving right along, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will officially be released on May 6th,
Yep.
2022.
Oh
Yo, I
yes.
am so pumped, coming out right around our birthday, or right around my birthday. It is like
Yeah.
I'm,
It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna, yeah, Taurus season is gonna be a good time, yo.
Oh
So
yeah.
they I think they, was it this year that they owed us, and they ended up backing out the movie until like November or something. Like,
Wait for which one?
was it Black Widow, or did that still come out in May? Because I think it was supposed to come out in May, and then they pushed it back, and then, because we got hella movies
It
this
was
year, and
going
it
to
didn't
come out
even
in
seem
May,
like.
and then they pushed it to June. Yeah,
That's right, and we were like, what? what?
Yeah,
But it ended up being trash, so we
or
were
in
happy
Loki.
at
It was both. I think it might have been both. One of
we were
those two
happy in
got
the
delayed.
end because we were like, yo, thank goodness. Like
Yeah.
thank goodness for that. Because but yo, we're gonna get that Doctor Strange coming in May. I'm
Yeah.
pumped for that. If you guys haven't seen the trailer already, you can check it out. That's gonna be Liddy times 10. We did that what's it called? Trailer reaction. My bad.
Yep.
And I'm so ready for this movie, bro. Like I am so ready.
Oh yes, and we talk a lot about what we think could happen in that trailer reaction. By the way, so you're gonna
Mhm.
have to go check it out because we have a pretty good conversation about what it all could mean. And another thing I want to bring up, and I think this is I feel like what happens in What If is going to be key again.
That's kind of yeah, for real.
Like I saw some comparison pics from like stills and what happened in What If, and there were the
Mhm.
same moments, or possibly the
Mhm.
same moments
But it
in
was
real.
just live
It
at
was live
yeah, yeah.
action, so I was like,
Bro, I've
"Yo!"
been
Like,
saying it since the episode we saw it. Yo, if y'all been around, then you already know. I've been like, yo, we're gonna see it 100%. And I'm so like, man, I almost shit bricks when I saw that the
yep,
first time. I was like, oh my god, bro. Like, what if is about to be coming to if we get to see the Watcher or anything like
hmm
that, bro, I'll literally will like go crazy in this movie.
it's gonna
But
be a good movie, man.
another thing that we've been saying for a while is Spider-Man is the Infinity War, Doctor Strange is the end game. I mean, we
Yep.
straight here like at the beginning of what of Doctor Strange, we hear what Wong says in the trailer that actually it wasn't what he actually said in the Spider-Man movie, it's what he said from the first trailer that we watched of Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
hmm
So I'm interested to see if that might even mean something. If that's like a multiverse that
Yeah,
happened in, maybe
yeah.
maybe what he said those words, it wasn't in our universe, it was in a completely different one. We could
hmm
never know. But I'm super pumped for this movie, bro.
Yeah. I think, and like we've said before too, I think once we watch Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, we'll know what's going to be happening within the MCU. I firmly believe
Hmm.
that, and I think, and at least we'll be able to know what's going to like the direction that we're going to be going towards in terms of like big scale stuff. Not
Yes.
necessarily like ground level, like at like the Miss Marvel show, or
Hmm.
stuff like that. But like
Yeah,
from,
Falcon and Winter Soldier,
from the bigger scheme of
Hawkeye.
things, we'll have a direction in terms of what we're going and what they're trying to do. Unless
Yeah,
they completely 180 us,
please no.
which is
uh,
possible. But
Michael says Multiverse of Madness is a door for opening the multiverse for the MCU. Oh yeah. I mean, the multiverse has kind of been it's been opened multiple times, which is crazy to me. There's been so much stuff that's been happening in the MCU that has also no doubt rippled throughout the multiverse as well.
yep,
I think as at least like when it comes to Wanda, what she did, what Loki did in his show, what Doctor Strange and Peter just did as well. I think all of that stuff doesn't just you don't just get away clean from stuff like that. That's kind of
yep,
what we always like kind of know. Like you don't get away clean from the things that you do when it comes to the MCU.
yeah,
So I'm
or
interested to see
magic
how these
for that matter.
ramifications
And
ripple.
Mordo, right?
Yeah, Mordo.
And he has that same philosophy. You can't really mess with with reality and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you got to pay the consequences. And I
yeah.
think we're going to start seeing his character's thoughts come to fruition in this movie.
And Doctor Strange messed with time, so that no doubt had something to do with the multiverse too. Because you're not
Yeah,
supposed to. Everything that this man Doctor Strange has done has
yeah,
been basically detrimental in the end, in the
yeah.
long run. We got Daniel in the chat. Yo, what is up, Daniel? It's
Yo, what
been a
up, Dan?
minute, Mister Daniel. How you doing, man? I hope you're doing good. Uh, I wonder who is the biggest threat than Thanos and Kang.
Doctor
Michael says.
Strange.
Uh, I think I think it's
Possibly.
possible that we have that Doctor Strange could be the bit like the really the bad one. Oh, and not to mention what's it called? What the other Doctor Strange did in What If. That also had
Yeah,
multiversal effects on it, what he was
yeah,
doing. And one thing that I also saw uh was like how the buildings were like melting away in What If, and then that's kind of how it looked in the Doctor Strange trailer when he was like in the mirror dimension.
I feel like
Kind
we
of
even
that
saw
similar
stuff like that
vibe to that.
melting
It
away
was
as
like,
well. So
yeah, it was like, oh snap, hold up, that's awesome.
yep.
So even if not him, I think Kane could be the biggest multiversal threat, to be honest,
Yeah.
because they made that he's already been talking about it, and I think if they made him a multiverse threat instead of like a time threat, so to speak, because they don't have a problem changing
Hmm.
anything. Uh, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Mr.
Yeah.
Daniel says, "Very long. You didn't make live." Uh, I think you're saying we weren't going live for a long time, but
We
we've been
weren't
going live a lot, bro, to be honest. So you might need to turn on notification
notifications.
bell.
The one place we haven't been showing up that I noticed showed up today was Facebook because Facebook was tripping.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Facebook has been tripping. So, but I think we always see Mr. Daniel on YouTube though.
yeah, but
So
our YouTube
you might
stuff
need to
should
turn
be.
on your notifications because we go live. We've been going live like multiple times a week for at least like the last 2-3 months, I think, with
Yeah,
Hawkeye and not Avengers, Hawkeye movies, and then
Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time. Yeah, so go back and check us out, man. We got a lot of trailer reactions as well. Maybe the Beyonders. I mean, they really set up the Celestials to be a threat for real.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes, and possibly even the Eternals could be a threat. Uh,
Hmm.
they might even try to turn Thanos' brother into like more of a villain than a good
He
guy.
might be the big bad as well. Thanos'
Hmm.
brother.
Yeah,
Trying to take advantage of the Eternals like that.
that's kind of what I'm thinking
Because
as
I think they're
well.
being finessed. I think he's really kind of the one
Hmm.
harvesting the powers. Trying to undo what the big. I don't want to call the big red Eternal thing the big bad, um, but like kind of go against what he wanted to do. Uh, but I don't know.
Uh, yeah, yeah.
A lot happened
And
in
and we
Eternals.
also have Gore the God Butcher coming, Adam Warlock.
Hmm.
There's so many villains that are coming that they could turn into big threats if they want to.
Yeah,
It all depends on what MCU will do with
like
them.
what
We all
direction they
know
want to go.
they murder people off really quickly.
Yeah,
Uh, Mr. Daniel says Spider-Man didn't realize Doctor Strange is different. I don't know if that was necessarily a different Doctor Strange in that
yeah,
movie, but it could have very well
it
been.
could have been. I
Because
thought
he
they were the
was a little
same.
different. His vibe was a little different, but they were snapped and all the stuff that
Yeah,
happened to them. You would think that their relationship would be different, like what he says,
yeah,
but it still did seem a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
My man Israel in the chat said, "What's
Yo, how's
up?
it
What's up
going?
with it, Israel? How you doing, man?" Michael says, in the MCU, if the MCU is going for Battle World, it would be good to see God Emperor Doom as the big bad. Yeah, I would really love Doom to be the new like big bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, we had that
that would
rumor
be
where, like the female version of him, I think his daughter or something like that, is going to be kind of coming into play. I forget her name.
of
Uh,
Doom.
I think, or she's a machine that he builds. I don't remember. We reported this a long time ago. Uh, before we even knew about Spider-Man. I forget her name, but I know
I
we
kind
reported
of
it.
think I remember what you're talking about. I think she was in the Big Book of Marvel, if I'm not
And
mistaken.
yeah, I think she was, and we read it. We read it from there the day.
Yeah,
I just don't remember off the top of my head.
I can't remember either, but I do know what you're talking about. Um, he has a different Eye of Agamotto. Well,
Oh,
it would be different because if he had the Eye of Agamotto, it would be different for sure because it
yeah.
contained the Mind Stone. Uh, uh, he lost the Time Stone, but the other universe could have the Time Stone. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's true. It'll be really interesting to see the creative choices that they choose to make with this. And I believe this is Sam Raimi making this movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's good. That's freaking fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. I've heard some really good rumors about this movie as well, so I can't wait for it. I think one of the rumors that we heard was in this movie, the Illuminati was going to be set up, and it was
Yeah.
going to be Doctor Strange, Professor X,
Yep.
Captain Carter, Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, and something else. I heard it was something wild like that, and there was
Yeah.
there was another person else. There was another multiversal person, and it was like, and so it was going to be like the multiversal
Mhm.
Illuminati instead of just the
Yeah.
one continuity Illuminati. Uh,
But we have a lot to look forward to with Doctor Strange, and I think that movie, and apparently even the next Guardians, could be huge. Especially Guardians, because I think Guardians is going to definitely show us more of like the
yeah.
space, space stuff that we haven't gotten since Endgame. Uh,
Mhm.
and while obviously Doctor Strange is
Well, we
showing us
do
more
have the
of that.
Marvels though.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
It's
so
very true.
that might go into the space and stuff
Yeah,
as well.
and I think the
And
Marvels.
is Secret Invasion next year as well, or is that 2023?
I don't know. See, this is why we
I
have
don't
to have
think
a
we.
Marvel day.
Yeah, that's true. You're yeah, you're speaking facts right there,
I was like,
yo.
because like there's a lot of
Uh,
stuff we just don't know. Uh, but in terms of dates and whatnot, but a lot to look forward to. I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be. I can't wait to see Doctor Strange, man. I think it's gonna be great.
yeah,
Before we know it, May's gonna be here because December flew by like a freaking
yeah.
bullet.
I
It was
can't believe
wild.
it's about to be 2022 already, bro.
Yeah.
Freaking this year has came and went, and
Yep.
we have freaking grown tremendously this year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's been a great year. Especially, like we had this is our last live, or at least no, it's actually not our last live, but our last
Yeah,
pop culture news update before we're
2021,
2022.
2022. Yo,
So
before the new year, yo, the next time we do a pop culture news update, it'll be the pop culture news update of 2022, yo.
oh
That'll be
yes.
that'll be wild. We're gonna have
Yep.
to do a big old party or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But moving right along in the list though. This one's pretty huge. Rumor has it Sony's interested in Andrew Garfield returning for multiple Spider-Man projects, and I approve.
Yeah, I approve of that message
I approve
100%.
100%. He was one of the highlights of Spider-Man for me. Toby was great too.
I mean, Toby was great.
Andrew,
Don't get me wrong, but Andrew,
he hit
like
different. He hit different.
yes, he hit different, yo. He was still in the show, like even his humor, his comedy, like that moment when the stuff. I don't even want
Yeah,
to. I almost started dropping
I know.
spoilers right now.
I know exactly the moment you're talking
Yo,
about
that moment
because I was gonna say it as well.
incredible, bro.
Yo,
That moment was incredible, yo. The moments we get to see Andrew Garfield really shine in this movie were amazing, yo. Andrew Garfield did a incredible job in his movie,
yep,
and his movies as well. I really like his Spider-Man. We've been talking about that quite a bit here on Marvel Bros as well. Just the way he interacts with stuff was super like video game-ish, I guess you
yeah,
could say. And we could spot the differences in the new Spider-Man movie where you could clearly see that he was moving more like Andrew Garfield than he was like just the regular Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like you could clearly see it clearly stood out
yeah,
that like the things that he was doing. And Andrew Garfield's suit as well is probably one of my favorite off like Spider-Man suits. I mean, Tobey Maguire's is dope, but I
yeah,
really enjoyed his as well.
yeah,
And he was just more of I felt like he was really like kind of the more friendly neighborhood Spider-Man vibe. That's kind of
yeah.
what the vibe that he had.
Mhm.
But actually that's his official name. That's the official names for the Spider-Men is Tom Holland is Spider-Man, and then Andrew Garfield is the Amazing Spider-Man, and then Tobey Maguire is the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's
Yeah,
official from the MCU.
yeah,
I think that's on their website or something like that. So I think those are all great names as well. I love the Amazing Spider-Man. He was dope. That was dope. I'm here for it.
yeah.
Renato says I am here for it too. Sensei Renato, what's up with it,
How's
my
it
boy? How
going?
you doing, Renato? How you doing today, my man? Thank you for tuning in with us. And Michael Jimenez, my man, says, "Oh yeah, I also forgot Wanda and Lady Loki. Multiverse wouldn't be born if it wasn't for her."
I forgot about Lady Loki's
Lakey
ass.
Lodi. My man switched it up on us.
Yo, Lady Loki messed it all up. But she
Hey,
opened up a lot
facts.
of doors that brought us to this moment right here. Uh,
Hmm.
so I'm excited to see how that story kind of falls into play, especially with Wanda. At first we kind of thought Wanda was going to be the villain in Doctor Strange. Now it's all switched up to the point where she's going to be more of an ally, unless like something
I
happens
think
and
she
she
might still
snaps.
be the
She
villain.
might
I'm
still
not
be the
gonna
villain,
lie, bro.
possibly, but
I think that we might see in that multiverse, in that type of stuff go on. We might see
mhm.
her kids, her children, still be alive somewhere. We still have
Bro,
that mystery voice, yo.
you know
So
what
what
I
I'm
think?
kind of hoping for is we get the answer to the voice. I want that voice to be for Wanda and for Shang-Chi's dad. That's one of the big things that I really want. And then I also want to know about Shang-Chi's villain dude that was coming for his rings. If they could possibly tie both of those things into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and have it be like a huge plot twist and we just see all this in-game level
Yeah.
stuff and a big fight scene happen with all these new heroes, that'll be
Mhm.
freaking dope sauce.
You know what I think is going to happen, bro?
What?
I feel like Wanda is going to meet the Doctor Strange Supreme, and like they're going to start
Hmm.
having conversations, and then he's going to be like,
Oh,
I can bring your
snap.
kids back," and from there she just
What if
loses
that's
it.
the one that's been like talking to everyone, like
Yeah,
reaching out and trying to call? What if he's the one that was working with freaking Agatha? All of that. That would be
it might have been the
crazy.
one manipulating the dude from Sword if he was being manipulated. Dude, I don't know.
Yeah, that
Maybe,
dude did seem a little weird. He did seem like he had a little more going on with him.
yeah, he had a lot of hate.
The Sword agent, the
Yeah,
director of Sword, right? I think that's who he
yeah,
was.
he had a lot of
Um,
hate. Uh,
did we get an answer to who becomes the new director of Sword now that he gets
they just arrested
outed
him,
or
but
anything? They
that's about as
arrested him,
far.
and then Monica went to space,
Yeah,
right?
or that's what she was
Uh,
told. Like, hey, the big guy up top wants to talk to you. Let's go.
mm,
You know, but
uh, uh, my man, Mr. Daniel says, "Which Marvel character do you hate the most?" For me, it's Peter Quill. Yo, people be hating on my man.
he messed it all up.
But hey, on that notion though, we did. I had a conversation somewhere. I thought it was here, but on I think it was on a live before. Maybe it was just in the Discord, or maybe it was on Twitter. I'm not sure. And they were talking about how it wasn't actually Peter Quill's fault. It was actually Gamora's fault because she went there
Yeah. Oh
knowing
yeah, we had this
that she
conversation. I
was the
remember this.
only one. Yeah, she was the only one that knew that where the Soul Stone was. So she should have never went to nowhere in the first place because
Yeah.
doing that caused Thanos to be able to get the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
So if that didn't happen, then Quill would have never made his mistake of punching him in the face because he would have never had the Soul Stone or be mad that she
Hmm.
was dead.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of be mad at Gamora. But
Mistakes on all parties.
yes, mistakes
Mistakes
were
on all
made.
parties. Yes. Sure, half the population everywhere was annihilated. But
Yeah,
our bad. Our bad. It was
yeah,
fixed.
facts.
It was fixed.
Big fix.
Yeah. But
Uh,
I'm very happy with Andrew Garfield.
yeah.
Uh, I think him coming back could be a great thing, especially because his Spider-Man didn't really have his Spider-Man went through a lot. Like he lost Uncle
Yes.
Ben, he lost
Hmm.
Gwen. Out of all of them, he had the most loss.
He definitely did.
I think at least he had the most loss. Uh,
Yeah.
on top of that, like he had to deal with Gwen's dad's death, like and not being able to tell her, like like there's
Hmm.
so much that he went through, but like as Spider-Man, I don't think we saw the full potential that he could be with the way the movies kind of went with it, especially with like them wanting to set up the whole Sinister Six, but that just never happened,
Hmm.
So, and maybe that's the case now.
Yeah, that'll be. I would like that. He was the only one that didn't get to finish his trilogy, and then we also know that Tom Holland is supposed to be getting a new trilogy as well. So, yeah, I think it's time for us to get an oversaturated Spider-Man content.
Yeah,
Because I'm down for that. I'm down for that all the way.
yeah. I'm happy with and even if Toby comes back, I'm gonna be happy. If
Mhm.
they all can come back in some capacity, I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's rumors that Toby Maguire isn't done coming
Yeah,
back
I've
either.
I didn't read the whole thing, the article, but I saw a
Mhm.
small caption stating that same thing. So I don't know
Mhm.
what that even is gonna
And
go
and
to,
then
but
the rumor that I heard was he was going to be in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness
mhm,
as possibly being one of the like members of the Illuminati,
yeah.
because he basically, I mean, in all honesty, since MCU canon is now like with the multiverse as well, he did start the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It all starts with Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, in
On
all,
top of that,
like
thinking
until
about it,
further notice.
he didn't seem that shocked when he kind of
Went into the multi, yeah,
yeah, he
like
didn't seem that surprised when that he was just like, oh, science, awesome, like he
yep,
didn't like really kind of think of like, oh my god, not like Andrew. It
yeah,
wasn't like Andrew, so that's just something to think about. So that
yeah.
could be
I
possible.
really loved the little notion of Andrew Garfield saying that he stopped holding his punches. Like, did my man start murdering people as Spider-Man? Like, what did that mean? You know what I mean?
Probably
Like, I
not.
would love. I mean, after Gwen Stacy's death and all the stuff that happens to him, no doubt he would start whooping some tail.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I would be juiced to see that and more of what that could even freaking mean. Um, But moving right along, well, wait, first, Michael says, do you think that Ultron Infinity and Strange Supreme would defeat the Celestials? That would be an epic fight in What If. I don't know, man. I don't know, yo. You're muted for some reason, bro.
I think Doctor Strange can, like, hands down, without Ultron
I
Supreme.
don't know, yo. Them Celestials are. I think they have. I think they're pretty powerful. I think they're just as. No, Ultron Infinity might be more powerful than. I
Like,
don't
both of
know.
them together,
I don't
possibly. I
know.
don't know.
I don't know. It depends. Are we talking like a one-on-one fight, like them two going one-on-one with each Celestial, or like multiple Celestials just
As a
fighting them?
team,
You know
I
what I'm
don't know.
saying? As a team, that'll be freaking wild.
But I don't know. The MCU Eternals didn't seem all that powerful to me. I'm being real.
Hmm.
Comic book, different story. I
Yeah.
feel like we didn't see the full potential so far.
For the Celestials,
Yeah.
you're saying? Yeah, I agree. I mean, we kind of have in a way
Or
because
I'm
like
sorry.
how.
I'm thinking of the Eternals. The
Oh,
Eternals,
oh,
yeah.
oh.
I'm sorry. Celestials might be a different story. I don't know.
Yeah, we're talking about the Celestials, the big dudes that made the
Yeah.
Eternals.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, though, because they're pretty powerful as well. So I don't know. I don't know, honestly. That
Yeah.
seems it would be a good fight though.
That could be pretty
Michael
cool.
also says, who are the next the new villains in the next trilogy of Tom Holland Spider-Man? For me, the first one will be Scorpion or Rhino. Second will be Chameleon and Craven, and third will be Venom. I think they're gonna go with
Definitely Venom.
Craven. I think they're gonna go with Craven in the next movie, and then try to like, because I think they want to build up for that Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Like I think they really want to build up for that Sinister Six. So I think him going against Craven would be a good thing, and then, but it depends on what they want to do. Like, is Sony going to do the Sinister Six with Andrew Garfield Spider Man? Because I think the new trilogy of Spider Man is also going to be a joint thing between Sony and Marvel. It's
Yeah.
not just going to be Sony the way that they would do it if it was Andrew Garfield Spider Man.
Yep.
Because I think they made it. I think from the last deal that they made, they still have a couple more stuff going on there. But I think it's
Yeah.
going to be like for the first trilogy, it was like more Marvel than Sony, and now it's going to be more Sony than Marvel, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be some type of vibe like that. Um, so I think it would be dope to see. I want to see Rhino, but real
Yeah.
Rhino, not the freaking uh, Iron Rhino that they had at
Yeah.
the end of the Andrew Garfield,
That
the
was pretty
Amazing
cool.
Spider-Man.
That was cool to see Rhino though. It was cool to see him, especially
Hmm.
from like his prominence from like the Spider-Man games we've been playing up until that
Hmm.
point.
Yeah,
Uh, but
but in a lot of those games, he's just a Rhino dude. Like he's a literal dude that has a
yeah,
Rhino. That's like Rhino, but. I liked it though. It was decent.
Yeah.
It was decent. Definitely
But,
solid.
but what do you
But
got up
moving
next,
right
man?
along, yo, it's been revealed that Marvel Studios has over 21 unannounced projects
Yeah.
currently in the works, yo. Like, what?
Yes. And I think uh and those are ones that they're not working on. I think we're aware of them already working on 20 plus. Just not all of them. We just don't know all of the titles, but those are
Yes.
ones that they're not uh I
Wait,
don't think
what?
they're not. I'm sorry. I read something
Yeah, my
earlier that
bad. I
kind
don't
of
know what's
split
going
up
on.
the stuff saying how like that's like just a snippet of what's out there. Like there's another 20 that aren't even announced that are like
Okay,
yeah.
okay, I got you.
So
Hey, my G, just take a deep breath sometimes, my
yeah.
man. You're going
I had, to,
too
I had to
fast
I had to
today.
look and read it again just to make sure I wasn't getting my words mixed up. I was like, I wanted to make sure. Uh, but that's huge, man. Like
No,
that's
yeah,
huge.
41 projects possibly being in the works is wild.
Yeah. So I I
I
can't even.
mean, we
That's a
know
lot.
that that's going to be a lot. I mean, that's pretty much. I feel like if we named every single thing that we know of coming, that it might be like 17 or 15 maybe, but the fact that there's 21 projects, I mean, that's wild, bro.
Yeah. That's
I am freaking, I
I'm
can't even
excited, man.
imagine what they could be. How are we going to keep up with all this stuff? Don't know, but we're going to do
I don't know.
it.
Again, 21 movies. That's over 10 years. No, that's like
Is it 21
five.
movies or is it just 21 projects? Because
I'm
no
sorry.
doubt it's probably shows
21
and movies.
projects. We're probably gonna be. That's probably gonna be like 10 years. So we could finally see all of that. Like in
I
the
don't
like
know.
10
I
to
don't
like
know, man.
7 years. I feel like because that's kind
This
of how long
year
it's
we
taking. But
got, look at how much stuff we got this year. We got
everything got pushed back
WandaVision.
though.
Well, check it out. Check it out. That's true. Everything did get pushed back. You're
So
right.
like we got
But
double than what we're
still,
supposed to get this year.
but still, we did get hella stuff this
Maybe
year. We got
triple.
WandaVision. We got Loki. We got Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye. We also got
Yeah.
Black Widow. We got Eternals, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man. Is that it?
I'm sorry I spaced out. What?
My guy. Oh my god, you're fired,
I
yo.
was thinking
You're
about
fired.
work for like a second. Like it was weird. It happened. It was a
So
weird
we got
moment. I'm
like
sorry.
8 projects this year, I guess you could say. 8 projects. So man, yeah, I could see if we get 3 movies, 3 shows
Yeah.
like next year as well, and then three. That's basically this next phase, like the next phase for the next 2 years,
Yeah.
maybe. I think like for the next two
Hmm.
years, depending on how much stuff they want to put out, because now that they have a better slate.
Yeah.
Well, no, because we still got to get. We still don't know about Black Panther, but I know we get
Yeah.
Moon Knight, Armor Wars. We get Miss Marvel. So that's 3 shows next year already.
Yeah.
Possibly 4. I wouldn't doubt it if they threw another one in there. What else? We know we get the Doctor Strange movie. Black Panther got pushed back though. So yeah, man, we're gonna have hella content coming to us for these next couple of years consistently.
Yeah. It's gonna be great, man. I think the next couple of years, it's gonna be a lot of growth for the channel, my man.
Oh yeah,
Oh
baby.
yes. I think this is just the beginning for us, guys. Just the beginning.
Oh yeah.
You know, just wait.
Unfortunately, Hawkeye wasn't as great as everyone wanted it to be, so that was
Yeah.
that was at least one of our lowest viewed ones that we've done here on the channel.
Yeah.
I think even WandaVision got a lot more view. Falcon and Winter Soldier had a decent amount of viewage as well. I think Loki had the
That had
best
the best. Yeah.
overall.
Wheel of
But
Time.
Wheel of
All
Time,
of
man.
them.
Mm.
Yeah. That's wild. But that
Nom,
show
nom,
is
nom, nom,
so
nom.
good. If you guys haven't watched Wheel of Time, go watch Wheel of Time. It's so good. The season finale
Definitely.
just came out. Go check it out.
Yeah. You can actually check it out. We now have a Wheel of Time playlist on our
Yep.
YouTube channel, so you guys can check that out for sure. and be able to tune in and watch all the goodness and be able to experience with us all the watch parties and reviews that we did. They're amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. But bro, what we got coming up next?
Well, up next, Amelia Clark's character in the upcoming Disney Plus series Secret Invasion will be a spy with powers. Um, I don't really know a whole lot about Secret Invasion, so I can't even guess who she
I
might play.
I could
But
imagine that she could be a couple people.
yeah, because I have
Uh,
no idea what
who
secret. Like I
who
can
starts off Secret Invasion? Um,
Oh, bro,
oh
Miss
man.
Fantastic, bro,
Ooh.
Invisibility, Spy. Yo,
Ooh.
I could totally see that. Obviously, her name
Yeah.
is probably not Miss Fantastic at this point. But
Yeah.
what's her name prior to them getting married?
Susan Storm.
Yes, Susan Storm. Yo, a
Uh,
villain? Susan Storm, a villain, bro? Prior to being on the Fantastic Four, dude. This is like a continuation of what happened in the trash Fantastic Four movie we got with like Miles Teller and all them. Possibly, I don't know.
I hope Marvel doesn't do what they've been doing in one like making everyone a woman, like, and this be like the new Super Scroll.
Yeah,
Man, I'm just not a fan of that.
yeah,
I mean, making people different races, I think that's okay. I don't think anything is wrong with that. Like, to get more diversity, because a lot of these comics didn't have it back in the day.
yeah.
But I think to start changing just the full blown, like, nah, bro, Taskmaster is a female now. Like, I think stuff like that is wild, bro.
Changes
I
the whole
just think stuff
character.
like that is wild. Yes, changes the whole character, gives them a completely different backstory. Everything is different, and I'm not the biggest fan. We're never gonna get I can't even think of Taskmaster's alter ego. But yo, his story, he has a good storyline as well. He even has a storyline in the freaking video game, my
Yeah,
guy. Like, come on.
I
But I don't know who this
feel it,
could
man.
be. I don't know who this could be. Possibly be the Mockingbird type of
Hmm.
person or something like that.
I think
Um,
we're gonna have a pretty shocking moment at some point,
mhm.
and this is gonna show up, and we're gonna be like, "Oh, yo, we saw this coming
Yep.
2 years ago." Because I think it's gonna probably be like 2 years when we finally can see this pan out, but uh,
Secret Invasion?
possibly 1.5 to 2 years at least. That's just a
Dang.
guess. I don't. I think
I
because
thought we were
we're
getting Secret
just
Invasion next
because
year, no?
because we're just now getting like cast information, so it's like you know what I mean. So like they're still doing
Oh.
stuff unless they pump it out in like a year, but because it's a whole show though, right? It's not a movie.
Yeah, it's a show. I thought this was supposed to come out next year. That's crazy.
It might be next year. I might just be over exaggerating
Miss Marvel,
in
Moon
numbers,
Knight,
but
and this one, I think, are and
oh,
Armor Wars.
okay.
I think those are the ones that we get next year. I might be mistaken. King has entered the chat. What up, fellas? How you
How's it going,
doing,
King?
man? We are good, doing good right now. Just talking about Amelia Clark's character in the upcoming Disney Plus series Secret Invasion,
Oh
and
yes,
how she will be a spy with powers.
powers.
And we're trying to figure out what spy she could actually be. The MCU is doing a pretty good job of getting them Game of Thrones actors, though, ain't they? Like, the MCU is scooping them up, yo. They're like, nope, nope,
Oh yeah.
nope, come here, nope, no, you come here.
Oh no, 100%, 100%. You know, like that's. I'm so happy with because like we're to the point now where we're caught up with almost all the announcements.
Yeah.
Like we're getting the last end of it, which feels so good, and I'm just
Mhm.
so pumped because like they're characters that I haven't really seen a whole lot of, so they're like all a mystery to me.
Yeah.
So and I'm excited for that, man. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
We're in a
Or
whole new era.
mhm. What if it's like Rogue,
Ooh.
MCU's Rogue? I could see that.
Ooh, I'd like that a lot.
I
No,
can see
that would
that.
be awesome.
So yeah, okay. So for me, definitely possibly Rogue.
Okay.
You said Susan Storm. That was her name.
Yeah, yeah, Susan
Susan Storm.
Storm.
Uh,
I think it could possibly be like I really think it would be possible for them to make it a lady super scroll.
yeah, that's
I just
also
feel like
that
that's
could
not
be
a
one. That's could be a route they're going to.
I just don't think that's outside of Marvel's blend. Um
Those are probably my three. I think that's a good three to kind
I
of
feel like
guess,
yeah,
unless it
I kind
completely
of want
just
her to be
360 is.
um I want her to be some type of scroll. That's all I know. You know what I mean? I just want her to be some type
Yeah,
of scroll, to be honest. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know what's gonna happen. She
yeah,
might even be like a Kree spy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
She might be a part of the Kree or the who the hell do the Kree fight all the time? The Skrull. No, the Kree Skull roll, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, she might be part of the Kree instead of the Skrull, and they might be trying to do something crazy. I don't know.
yeah.
Uh
I think
yeah,
it's going to be
man.
legendary, though. I think what we're going to see
Okay.
in Secret
Secret
Wars,
invasion.
Secret Invasion, is going to change the game and really kind of push us in a direction that we aren't prepared for.
Hmm.
Because I think, like we said before, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely going to kind of show us what's going on both spectrums, big scale. But then
Yeah.
this is going to happen, and it might completely 360 us. I think.
Yeah. King says, right? They got Jon Snow in Eternals and his stunt double in Hawkeye. Hey man, they're not playing, yo. They want everyone. I think there's a couple other I think there's one more actor and or actress that's coming to the MCU or already in the MCU other than Emily Clark and Jon Snow.
Mm,
I don't know who it is though. I feel like we talked about it though. I feel like we talked
possibly.
about it for something. Or maybe it was a different movie. Maybe it was a different movie. I don't know. I can't think about it right now.
Yeah.
But yo, that's awesome. That's awesome. Secret Invasion, like you said, is going to be a great one. Definitely going to be one for the books. Can't wait to see Nick Fury coming in there.
Yep.
I can't wait to see Nick Fury and Talos.
I
Both
think
of
he'll
them.
definitely
I
be
think they're both going to be great in that.
highlights of those shows for
Yeah,
sure.
definite highlights, man. Especially with how dope Nick Fury was looking. No eye patch,
Yeah.
bearded up, yo, ready for
Yep.
war. He looked like, yo.
Yeah.
I was pumped for that one.
I just want to know hear his thoughts on what's been going on, and that's what I'm really
Mm,
excited about. So see his reactions to everything.
yeah. I wonder if
Which
he's the one that made. Yeah, he made Sword. I believe he. I think Sword's been a thing since like the very beginning of the MCU. Though it's just
possibly,
now
yeah.
actually becoming more.
Now
No,
that
no,
they
no. Like
have,
they're at like they have a sword base in one of the Iron Man movies, like for
yeah,
sure. So
possibly,
it's uh um like it's 100% there. So
yeah,
they've been there for a minute, but it's just I think they're just now actually starting to become more of like a known type of thing that's going on.
yeah,
Because Shield was definitely like under wraps, but still out in the open, kind of.
yeah,
And Sword, when we saw their place was like right in the middle of New York somewhere, you know.
yeah,
So not to mention the DODC as well, the damage control.
yep.
So we have a lot of stuff that we can see coming to us. But moving right along, yo. Our last thing on our list tonight, yo. I'm extremely excited and nervous about this, yo. We have new official castings for Avatar: The Last Airbender for Suki and Azula,
Oh yes,
Maria Zhang and Elizabeth Yu. I don't think you didn't upload any
I couldn't get
pictures,
the
right?
pictures, but I will
Okay.
say perfect
Um,
casting.
hold on, I can get the.
Yeah, I think they both I think they picked the right people on this one. Uh,
Okay, here we go.
not especially compared to uh,
There's more than just them. I think they put out Kiyoshi as well and Grand. I think they put out a lot of people, if I'm not
oh
mistaken.
these were the only two I'll have to we'll have to look and I'll probably find it post it later this week. But these are the big two that I was able to find today.
Okay, here we go. I got a whole list of
Okay,
it. Let's see. Let's open an image in new tab. Save it. I'll copy.
I'm excited for the
Let's
show, man. The
see.
more that we get, the more info we get, I think
Mm-hmm.
the better this show looks like it's going to come together. Um, I just hope it's not. Netflixified, if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, I do exactly know what you're saying.
uh, so hopefully it's worth the watch. The Witcher's been really great. So if they can do some storytelling, like that, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah, The Witcher is incredible. I'm really enjoying it as well.
I think season two
Um,
was fire. I can't wait for season three.
yeah, let's see. Okay, so here we go. Sugar Blam. Here are all the people I can find in this article right here talking about that got that we know now
Hmm.
to be in here. Let's see. Share screen. No, where's it at? Here we go. Bam.
Grand
I'm
Grand
gonna
is
I'm
the
gonna
mom.
make this one bigger.
The mom, right?
Yeah.
Or the
Grand is the
grandma.
grandma to
Yeah.
Katara. Yeah. So we have Elizabeth Yu as Azula.
Yep.
We have Maria Zhang as Suki.
Hmm.
We have Tamlin Tomita, if I'm saying that correctly, as Yukari. I'm not sure who
Who's?
Yukari is. I don't
Yeah.
remember this person. I think this might be a new character
Yeah.
that they're going to be introducing. Maybe this is Azula's mom, actually, or
Oh,
Suki's mom, or something like that. Maybe
possibly.
it's someone's mom.
Possibly.
And then we have Yvonne Chapman as Avatar Kiyoshi,
Yep.
and then Cassie Camp Horinek as Grand. So these are all. I think these are all
This is great.
actually pretty damn good
Yeah.
casting.
I think these are great. All these characters are awesome, characters that have very prominent roles in the show.
The one this one, Suki looks more like Azula to me, just personally with the
Yeah.
face and stuff. You know what I mean? And like how the chin is, she kind of looks
Mhm.
a little bit more like I would see
Yeah.
Azula. Yeah, just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit. But I
Mm.
like these all of them.
Yeah. I think this is going to be pretty awesome, and I think I, I have really high hopes, and I hope I shouldn't. I hope I'm not wrong for having high hopes. Like,
Yes, you know what? I never even thought about that though, because I do have high hopes, and I hope I hope we're not letting ourselves down
like how,
unknowingly by having such high hopes.
like our high hopes for Hawkeye. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's
Yes. Oh my
that's probably the best way
gosh.
to put it.
Oh my. Yeah.
Not
Bro.
that like Hawkeye as a whole was like a terrible show by any means, but
Oh, not at all.
compared to what we thought it was going to be, it definitely was not there.
It was definitely one of the lowest ones on my list out of the shows that
I
we
think for a
got
lot of
this
people
year.
too. I think for a lot of
Yeah.
people.
I know a lot of people are like, yo, this is the best thing that we've ever gotten. I will say it is like the most comic accurate that we've gotten. Like Spider-Man No Way Home and Hawkeye have been like the most comic accurate stuff that I think
Yeah.
I've ever really seen come from the MCU. But it doesn't make, just because it's like a comic book doesn't make it good, because not
Yeah.
all comic books are good. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, comics are amazing, but there's some runs that are trash. And I don't think like I don't know, man. I wasn't the biggest fan of the creative choices they would with like the tracksuit dudes and all that type of stuff. Like, some of that stuff was just a little bit too cheesy. I don't think we've ever gotten a cheesy villain type of thing in the MCU until Hawkeye. For me, at least. For me.
Yeah.
Like, that man, like even Kingpin, the way he came in, everything was just cheesy, bro. I was like just heartbroken. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, my heart.
But little did we know, it was all like from source material that we just weren't aware of at the time. So it might play out pretty well. But I think
the entrance was just not a good introduction.
Yeah, and they didn't let us know that he's like he lost
It's
everything.
like walking through the door and tripping and falling.
Yeah, like it wasn't
like, bro, you
until
didn't make a
after
good first impression.
like they said that, oh yeah, he lost everything because he was gone for 5 years. Like that would have cleared up everything immediately, but like they didn't let us know that.
Just that simple plot like point. Just
Changed how we felt about everything.
Like just him simply saying, ever since, just saying something like, man, for those of us who didn't get blipped, or those of us who did get blipped, you know what I mean? Just anything, just nah, bro. You in the back of a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And a Hawaiian shirt the next scene. Come on, my G.
Little did we know, it's because he was gone for 5 years. But like again,
surprise, surprise, it's the same freaking Kingpin from
yeah, just no context that got us all twisted. You know, but it is what it is with that show. I think that show set up a lot of cool stuff. Uh, I think what we have to do now is wait and see for Echo. I think that's the
Yeah,
next big thing.
yeah.
So
And hopefully we get not Hawkeye. I'm hoping we get Avatar. Either, I mean, they're just putting actors and actresses
yeah,
out, so they haven't even started. I don't think they've filmed anything yet.
they
I
start they
think
start they start
one of
filming.
they have started filming
Yeah,
because I remember that we saw Fire Lord Ozai's
yep.
place or something like that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we
Like
saw the
this
still
show,
of that.
like in terms of scale, I think this is going to be one of the biggest shows that Netflix has done,
Yes.
especially live action adaptation wise, for multiple seasons. At least that's my hope. Unless this first season's completely dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid that happens. Praise be the lords that be that, at Paramount Pictures for making Avatar Studios,
Facts.
getting what we deserve as fans, but uh I hope this is another one of those situations where it's like Halo. We're waiting for that Halo live action,
Mm-hmm.
Avatar live action, 7 years later, just,
We're still waiting
we're
for it.
still
Yeah, because
waiting
this was
for it,
announced in like 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this was announced quite
And
a bit ago.
so we've just been like sitting here like this, just
Yeah,
and
just
luckily
waiting.
we've had a lot of other things be amazing and get our to
Yeah,
get our minds off of the weight.
yep.
So I think we have some more amazing stuff in this next year to come as well.
Oh yeah.
To also keep our minds off of until we get it. So I'm pumped. Let us know how you guys are feeling about Avatar: The Last Airbender live action Netflix adaptation, because this isn't going to be a complete retelling, but it is going to be. Or wait, is that what it means? Is a retelling when they tell it differently, or is it adaptation? I think it's an adaptation.
Yeah.
So this is going to be all new stuff for us. Not all new, but they are going in some different creative directions. I think one of the things that I heard was they want to change Katara to being the little sister
Oh
instead of the
yeah.
older or something like that. It was something along the lines of that. Yeah, she wants to be she's going to be the big sister instead of the younger sister. And then
Yeah.
just a lot of little differences that they want to make like that. Yukari, I think that might be a difference as well that they're creating.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
But we'll have to just wait and see, man. But I'm excited.
Is Yukari the mom? Yo, that's Suki's mom. Oh, okay.
We
So that is going
never
to be
really
Suki.
met her, right?
Yeah, we never met Suki's mom ever in the I don't think we ever met her in the show, but maybe she's in the comic books because
She might be.
Avatar does have a
Yeah.
few
They have like a
of
whole
those that are canon.
whole thing. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, graphic novels. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that are all canon, and there's even one where Zuko goes on a mission looking for his mom and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of stuff that
Yep.
maybe we get to see some of that live action, and that's why
There's
they're
even
changing it up.
a whole arc that explains what happens to Azula after the
Yes,
events of
yeah, you're
Avatar.
right. There is a whole arc that
Like
does
so
that.
she escapes and like there's just a whole bunch of
Uh-huh.
different stuff that happens and
Maybe
whatnot.
she's the one that goes looking for the mom and not Zuko. Maybe that's what I was thinking
Yeah,
about.
and I don't remember, but I think Aang ends up taking her powers, or she like literally kills herself. Like I'm not
Yeah,
even
it
like
is something really dark like that. I
it's
know it
really
goes
dark.
dark. It gets
Uh,
dark for Azula
because she
after she
loses
goes
it like
crazy.
mentally.
Yeah,
Like yeah,
because she really goes crazy when in the show at that moment. She has a mental breakdown, and then she never recovers from that.
yeah,
I would love to see a little bit more stuff like that even fleshed out. Like, you
yeah,
know what I mean? Just go over the entire Avatar series and like give us a lot of
yeah,
amazing stuff.
yep,
And then now that they know what they did as well in the future with Avatar, as far as Legend of Korra goes, they can actually
yeah,
make a lot of creative differences in that remake that could actually, go to the future. You know.
yeah. Um,
But yeah.
I think this is an exciting time for Avatar fans, and I can't wait to see what happens. But that wraps everything up we have for you guys.
What a
Uh,
time to be a nerd.
and that's probably just brings us to a wrap. But
Hmm.
not a whole lot in movies to be released, but we
Yeah.
got Boba Fett on Wednesday.
Boba
So
Fett.
yes,
Yes, go,
you already know
yo.
we're gonna be
So make
live.
sure you guys are here. Because that's gonna be a
I think
Tuesday, right?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday
night at
midnight,
midnight.
yo. So make sure you guys are here. We're good for 11:30, bro.
I get off of work at 11 that night, so whenever
Okay.
I get home, that's a good. 11:30 seems safe, but 11:45 might be the better.
Okay,
Uh,
because I want to make the
yeah,
event for it. I'll probably
yeah,
make the event for it tonight.
yeah.
So yeah, 11:45
That's probably the safe bet.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we don't need a lot of time to talk about anything really for
yeah,
that one because
yeah,
we don't know what we're getting into.
yeah,
Hopefully we have two. Hopefully it's not 2 episodes, but hopefully it is two
yeah,
episodes. I don't know. I don't know
yeah,
how to feel about it. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. Up until this point, I think it's been a bad thing when they give us two
yeah. It's
episodes.
kind of annoying, especially with Wheel of Time. It definitely kind of took us a bit to kind of get on the roll, but once we got there, we were there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Wheel of
But
Time was awesome.
but
But yeah, yo. So Boba Fett this week. Put it in your calendars. Make sure you guys are ready. Make sure you guys join the Discord so you can get all those announcements.
yeah. And before we head out, please make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at MarvelBros23 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and our YouTube channel. We post all of our content and much more.
That is right. And you can also check us out on our website, www.marvelbros.com, where you can keep up to date with all of our content that we're always doing, all of our Twitter posts, and you can also donate to help us what we're doing here at Marvel Bros for all of you guys. And then you can also join our Discord on our website to stay up to date with all of the conversations that we have, because we're always having banging conversations in the Discord, always have banging theories about basically everything. This week, we even talked a little bit about Wheel of Time and the new actor that they have playing Matt in it. We talked about a little bit of everything this week. Hawkeye, Spider-Man, everything. We might have to throw a little dash of Daredevil in there. Just make sure you guys stay tuned. And it's been an amazing year. I think you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for all the stuff that you're doing with here and just keeping us going and keeping us growing. We're almost at 700 subscribers, yo, on the road to 1,000 on YouTube, yo. So make sure you guys help us get there and help us keep growing, yo. Share us, like us on Twitter, talk to us on Twitter, all the good stuff, yo. Let's get it going.
Yes. With that said, guys, we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Excelsior. Marvel Bros Pop Culture News Updates are now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. You can also watch Marvel Bros live every Sunday on Facebook.com, or you can watch them on YouTube where we upload regularly. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Marvel Bros 23 to keep up with all things Marvel and everything pop culture.